It's Tuesday. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. A lot of cryptocurrency blockchain news going on right now in the world. So let's get into the first story here. Constantinople, the Ethereum hard fork that was set for a few weeks back, is getting ready to happen here in a couple weeks. Users anticipating the launch of Constantinople can either go to forkmon.eth devops.io or Ethernodes to watch the release in real time. A number of other sites are also available for live metrics, including mining hash rate and market prices. The Constantinople hard fork is basically to help get rid of some of the bugs and improve transaction times and a few other things that will be worked out. According to one hard fork countdown timer created by Afri Shadon, release manager for the parity Ethereum client, Constantinople plus Pittsburgh is estimated as of press time to go live on Thursday, February 28th, if everything stays on target. So get ready for that. Users of the Ethereum blockchain, people that hodl or hold Ethereum, ETH, whatever you want to call it, are they don't really have to do anything regardless of where you hold your ETH. So I just wanted to note that if you have some, you don't really need to do anything. Second story is Binance Chain decentralized exchange testnet will launch next week. CEO of Binance Chain, Changpeng Zhao, has revealed that the company is targeting February 20th as a release date for its decentralized exchange's testnet. Binance Chain, the decentralized exchange of Binance, aims to launch its testnet to the public on February 20th. That's what the company's CEO has stated in a tweet. Finally got a date targeting to release Binance Chain testnet for public testing Feb 20th. This is a testnet. Your feedback will be most valuable. The company also said that Binance Chain will offer support for hardware wallets immediately after it's launched. Prior to opening the testnet for the public, Binance releases it to their partners, revealing support for Ledger wallets, which is pretty cool. As Bitcoinist reported, this is via Bitcoin, the Bitcoinist.com. As Bitcoinist reported, the company will charge a sum close to $100,000 for listing new coins on the decentralized exchange DEX. Additionally, Binance will have a lot of influence over the network in the beginning, make it more centralized compared to others. Zhao said in a live AMA that the testnet will initially begin with 11 validator nodes and that they will be looking for guys who can run very fast validators, making them likely to be selected through a company's close partners. So a little bit of Binance and decentralized exchanges are the future. News. Into the third story and the final story before the market. Jack Dorsey, all over the Bitcoin radar lately. I've mentioned him a few times in the last week or two. Has now come out and said that it's not a matter of when or if Bitcoin a Bitcoin edition will happen to Square, his project, Square's mobile app, but when. So I think this is super positive, as the Square Cash App back in 2018 reportedly had 7 million active monthly users. I know I use it sometimes for when people can't pay in cryptocurrency or in fiat through one of the other apps. It makes it nice for people who want to run credit cards and stuff, who run businesses. So huge story in terms of adoption in Bitcoin. It just seems like every day there's another story where somebody who's pretty well known in the Bitcoin world or in the entrepreneurial or free market world has some sort of inclination to start using Bitcoin, and I think this is huge. He's the founder of Twitter, so pretty big reach on social media and stuff, so it's great to see that. Into the market, Bitcoin up 0.39%, starting just edging closer and closer to 7K or 4K, it seems like. So we'll see what happens here. It's at 36.80 USD. Ethereum up 1.34%, ahead of the upcoming hard fork that I mentioned, Constantinople, at 125.22. So I think as it gets, as the reward for mining Ethereum becomes less here in the next few weeks, I think it'll be a 33% decline in reward. So I would not be surprised, just like ahead of the Litecoin having coming up here in the next, I think it's about 6 months now. It wouldn't be surprised if the price shot up a little bit here. Supply and demand. So into EOS up 6.98%, $2.99. Getting ready to break that $3 barrier. EOS has just been super cheap. Litecoin up 1.21%, $43.64. Bitcoin Cash down 0.89%, $120.73. To Monero up 2.17%, $49.49. Dash up 2.13%, $82.96. Neo up 1.71%, $8.33. Ethereum Classic up 2.93%, $4.19. The majority of the market today, I'd say 65-70% at least, is green. And Steem currently down 0.05% at 29 cents, which has been there for, it seems like, an eternity. Bitcoin dominance at 52.51%, so it's dropped barely 0.3% in the last 3 days. And aggregate market cap has gone up $1 billion. It's at 123 billion even. So that's the news for today. Everyone have a nice Tuesday.